Hello everyone, this is Frost Princess Hannah, and today we're going to be talking about the Tough Tribe. So, my last video, it went on a really long time. Some people said that was just a bit too long to invest in, so now what I want to do for my videos, because I still want to talk about everything that I want to cover, but, I'll go and divide them up into segments of like 5 minutes of like different videos so you can just click the next one if you want to keep watching or stop at 5 minutes. Although I'm not going to do that for this video because it is going to be a short one because there's not much to say about the Tough Tribe. And that's because the Tough Tribe is probably the worst tribe of any of them. Like the only other one that might be worse is Erie, but even then, it's like Tough Tribe just has nothing, while Erie at least has Sprunk S. But so Tough Tribe is strong against Mysterious and Slippery, and they're weak against Shady and Eerie, and they've got a ton of really strong Yokai and like a ton of great attackers, but they do not have good Ultimates. They do not have good Unity, and a lot of them are super similar. So let's go and talk about them. So we've got Deluma, he's a fusion yokai, so he's an E rank and is bad. We've gone over this, but he pops center Wibwobs, and popping center Wibwobs it's bad. It's like poppers already like they're kind of a mixed bag. At least in score attack, it's like it starts to be hard to score well once you get really high up with poppers. But if you are using one, either want to use a random popper or a bottom popper, such as Kizaria, because well, random poppers they can always go in. You're always guaranteed to pop a certain number, and bottom poppers they can go because all the whip wobble falls to the bottom. You can actually pop more than usual, but center ones it's like often whip wobbles go to the side. It's really hard to plan out how they're going to be popped. So center ones it's just not very good. There's definitely better, but that's kind of one of the fatal flaws to the Tough Tribe. Because look at this, now I've got Darimacho, who's the fused version of Deluma and Machismo, and he pops Center Wibwobs in his B rank, and Garuma, who is DF from the Crank, and he pops Center Wibwobs and is a B rank, so it's like these two guys are identical. And I mean, I guess Darimacho is really easy to get early game, so that's worth something. But even then, he's just not a very good Sultimate when you can get better. Then this is the other Sultimate you often see, Resistance Boosting, which No Way has, although he's an E rank, so he's bad. He's just an early game yokai, and so I've talked about how resistance boosting it can be helpful, but usually Beetler is the best one for that. It's just there's only a few uses that you have for it, so you want to have a yokai that's both a high rank but also not that hard to get, and Beetler is both. So then these two guys they're probably the best ones of the Tough Tribe. You've got Mad Mountain and Lava Lord, and they do attack boosting. Mad Mountain C rank and Lava Lord is B rank. And attack boosting is always really, really helpful. So if you do want to run a Tough Tribe for some reason, then these guys can give Unity, but we've got Beelzebub who's an S rank, and we've got Zero who's an A rank, and there's just going to be more and more attack boosters coming out who are higher ranks than these guys. So even then, they still struggle to go and like find any use because it's just there's better yokai. Because there's like it'd be one thing if like we had like a really good like if Komashura was a Tough Tribe, then it'd be like even though these guys are weaker, it might actually be worth it to use them for the Tribe Unity attack boost. But because there's no one good in Tough Tribe to use, then it's just not worth it. Then Rhinogon is probably the one that looks like he has most potential. He's a direct attacker who are actually good. But he's got a really low attack stat and he's only a B rank. Granted, Tombo is a B rank too, so they have the same power as Ultimate, so Rhinogon's probably one of the most decent, just then it comes down to the fact that Tombo has a higher attack stat and um, gets Tribe Unity with Sergeant Burley and 0, so even then it's like if you want to use, because Brave and Tough are strong against the same tribes, if you want to use that during a Brave or during a Slippery or Mysterious week, you're still just better off using Tanbo. Said Robonyan, he's an A rank with resistance boosting, so that's better than a Beetler. But Robonyan's super duper hard to get. He's a hidden stage A rank who are always hard to befriend, but also he only takes Choco Bars, and so that means that you can only give him 2 heart food, which makes it even more difficult. And so yeah, you'll only be getting him late game, and even then, it takes a ton of work if you want to befriend him, and even more to go and level him up. So he's probably not worth it. Um, Golden Yan, he's probably one of the best. She's probably one of the best tough tribes. In that she's probably one of the best healers. She you can only get her. You can't really get her through any ordinary means. You can get her through score attack. You can get her through a mission. You can get her on special stages during certain events, and you can get her from certain coins. But you can't like get her from the crank by spending money. You can't find her on any ordinary stages. And she's one of the best healers because she's got really good bulk. She heals a lot, and she's still got a decent attack set, so she's not just a complete pushover like a lot of healers are, where they can't really do any damage and are nothing but they are just there to go and have a lot of HP and a lot of healing. But she's able to do all of those, so at least she's good at that. Unfortunately, you can't really level her up any conventional way, but still, if you get her from adding 100 yokai to the medallion and you want to heal her, she might be worth using. So then Fishifont and Tufont, they've got a unique ultimate, which is popping diagonally, which is pretty decent. It's just that they're low rank poppers, and there's so many good ones. So sorry, piss guys. Um, Next there's Ref and Badude, and Badude is probably the most useful of any tough tribe yokai, even though he's not good in score attack, just that he's one of the best item droppers after like along with Psynic and Batinyan. So if you want to use all 3 on a team for getting like a rare fusion item, then he's actually good and you'll actually be using him. So he's like the only guy in this tribe that I can actually see myself using. And Rough Rafts is evolves into him, so just an evolution yokai who you won't use. Although even then, like using Rough Raft and Badude on the same team, if you really want to just maximize your odds of getting a fusion item, might be worth it. And then sorry, not Bruff, look at this. Pops all central Wibblobs, 4 center poppers. He's an A rank, you get him from the crank, but there's better. Yet again. Then Gilgaros, the highest attack stat currently in the game, an S rank, the hardest legendary to get, and he's a central popper, and he's actually so strong that his ultimate's still good, but he has nothing to have unity with, so that ultimately makes him a lot worse than stuff like Shogunyan, who will ultimately be outdamaging him, even with a weaker ultimate, just because he'll be getting all that tribe unity, he'll be getting, and he'll just be with a lot of better yokai. Sorry, Gilgaros. And then what you got? E rank pops all center Wibblobs. Look at this, so many central Wibblobs poppers. It's bad, and that's just the flaw with the tough tribe. There's just so many that just do the exact same thing, and the thing that they do isn't even good. And Sultan, more resistance boosting, only he's C ranks, and he's not really that common, so you won't befriend him that often. So again, just not useful. And Pride Shrimp, he pops, he pops like vertically, which isn't very good either because it's hard to because often Wiblobs switch to the side. He's only a B rank, and you have to fuse him with Papa Windbag, who's only on 2 levels. So like it's not even a convenient fusion yokai like say Nurse Tongus, who's really easy to fuse repeatedly. So Pride Shrimp isn't good either. And then Orkanos, who is insanely hard to get, event only, but he pops with pops in the middle, and again, it's like like Gilgaros, he's actually strong and could be decent if he was on another tribe, but he's stuck on tough tribe, and that dooms him. Then there's Mimikin, boost resistance, event yokai. Then Mimikin A, who there's not a picture for, but he's probably the best in score attack, like, because he makes big web wobs in A rank, so he's equally as strong as Signaton. So yeah, he's actually pretty good. He's like the one thing the tough is the one redeeming factor of the tough tribe. But even then, it's like I can't really think of a time I'd want to use him in score attack over either Signaton, Miradox, or Rayolite, because Rayolite can get Unity with Liberty Neon for Eerie and Shady weeks. Then Signaton and Miradox can get Unity with Kobashura. So it's like I can't really think of a time I'd want to use Mimikin A, but if you have him and you've gotten him to level 2, like if you used a Soul Secret on him, then he'll be able to make the size 7 Wibwobs, and you can try the strategy I talked about in my last video. And yeah, those are all the tough tribes that have been released so far. It's a short video, there's not much to say because this tribe is so bad. I feel bad though because I like a lot of the tough tribe yokai, but there's just not much to say, not much to do with them. But thanks for watching my video. Um, Go and tell me anything that you'd like me to do different in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.